Happy Independence Day, folks. We're going to talk some college football today. Can you name the 11 teams in the Pac-12? And who would be the 12th team in the Pac-12? Forgot about them. We're going to get into that. SEC Media Days coming up in Tampa. Have a weird spot for it. Doesn't it belong in Hoover? We'll talk about that in injury reports right here on Last Call. Make sure you subscribe to the next round. Be part of what we're doing. And we're presented by Pearl River Resort, Philadelphia, Mississippi. You're talking about two amazing casinos, full casinos, slots, table games, Timeout Sports Lounge, which is a Vegas-style sports book, all of that right there. Hour and a half from Tuscaloosa, 2 and change from Birmingham and Philadelphia, Mississippi. Let's get this party started. There he is, Jake Coker. I'm Mick Gillispie. Great to talk to you guys today. Got any big Independence Day plans?
About to take the family up to the camp. That's about it.
Do you guys do your own fireworks show? Because you seem like the type of guy that would have fireworks and do it yourself.
Might shoot some guns, but no fireworks this time.
You just got that. you got that Clark Griswold type character, I would say.
Yeah, I did fireworks up there one time. I did it when I proposed to Sarah, and when I hit the knee, I had a buddy of mine light the fireworks, and I looked over there and I spent $500 on a shitty fireworks show, and I was like, well, that's the last time I'm buying fireworks for a private show.
It's expensive.
It was decent. It was decent. It was a good, it was a good point. But then when you go watch a grand finale somewhere with some real fireworks, it kind of, it kind of just shows you what you're working with. $500 doesn't get you a long way with
no, it gets you some of those black cats and a couple sparklers.
Yeah, I was like, I hope our marriage is better than this fireworks show.
Well,
I'm still married.
All right, well, that's good. I'm just kidding with you. Well, look, man, happy Independence Day, everybody. I know a lot of us I'll be at the ballpark for fireworks. I see them a lot, but they always do a little something extra for the Independence Day shows. So that's fun. But I was looking at this. You and I were talking about like what we were going to do today. And I'm like, okay, the Pac-12 has officially relaunched, and it's relaunched with 11 schools, right? The Pac-12 used to be one of football's best conferences, one of the best conferences in sports, but 4 of their teams went to the Pac-10, right? Wasn't it 4? UCLA, Oregon, USC, and Washington.
Yeah.
And so you talk about like some of the, like the best programs, and it kind of fell apart, but they're bringing it back.
Yeah. USC, UCLA, Oregon, Washington, Arizona State, Colorado, Utah, Stanford, and Cal all left.
Okay. So that was a lot more than I even said. All right. Well, let's see if you can name without cheating here. How many of the 11 Pac-12 teams can you name?
Well, I think it's some of those teams don't even play football. So,
see how many you can get. Just throw some names out there.
Because I heard Gonzaga went.
Oregon. You got that one. Yep.
Oregon State.
Bing.
Washington State. Boise State.
Bing, bing.
Colorado State. Fresno State. San Diego
State. 2 tough ones here.
Can we send Missouri over there?
You're not going to get these 2. Utah State, Texas State, and I feel like I'm missing somebody. But
they robbed the Sun Belt.
Yeah, right. It's tough. I saw where like Sacramento State was going to try to go not there, but they were going to try to go D1. I'm sure they want to be in there.
But there's only 8 teams that are playing football in that conference,
right.
I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe they make themselves a basketball conference.
I mean, yeah.
North Dakota State.
When you're robbing the Sun Belt, I mean, this is just I can't even keep up. So this is going to be a group of 6 conference, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because there's 4 Power 4. It's the Power 4 now, not the Power 5. I mean,
right.
I can't imagine the college football playoff gives a spot to this conference, right?
Yeah, 9 full-time members. So I think we got them all.
Even though I would rather this conference get an automatic bid than Notre Dame get an automatic bid for being in the top 12.
I know you were telling me that off the air. Like I made the comment. Jim Dunaway, they kind of called me out for it. It's pretty funny, but that Alabama didn't need the SEC as bad as the SEC needed Alabama. Like Alabama could be Notre Dame, just go play the ACC, rack up wins there, play some of the teams in the SEC, and then have a rule that if you're in the top 12, you automatically go to the college football playoff, right? If you're one of the top 12 teams and there's 12 teams to make the playoffs, Notre Dame automatically goes. Nobody else has to do that. We had to go play Georgia last year in a conference championship game, banged up. Week later, we're in Oklahoma playing the playoff. Like, there's no championship game for Notre Dame. They make their own schedule so they can pick and choose who they play. So let me just pull up their schedule because it's Cupcake City.
I mean, again, or none of us are naive in this. I mean, Notre Dame draws; they're a huge draw, and I hated one of the softest responses I think I've ever seen is to refuse to play in a bowl game after you're left out of the playoff.
Oh, I know.
I mean, and then I think they made the announcement on January 23rd that will no longer happen. Like, to get a response that quickly from the CFP that, hey, you're sitting out of this bowl game, we're going to change the rules just like that. How come nothing else can get done that quickly?
Because they've got God on their side. They're the fight.
Touchdown Jesus.
They've got touchdown Jesus there. That's why. It's just the guy upstairs makes one, point. All right, here's their schedule. You tell me what you think here. Wisconsin at Lambeau Field. I'll give them, that's a good game. They're playing Rice.
That's a good game for Notre Dame. We had Wisconsin scheduled and it was basically a bye week,
Mm-hmm. I know. But that's the first game. And then they got the Rice Owls. They got Michigan State, and those are both at home. They go play at Purdue. They play at North Carolina. They're playing Navy at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. They're at Florida State. They play Miami. They play SMU, and they play at Syracuse. So, let's
wait, at Florida State. I don't see that one.
At Florida State. You don't have that one on yours? I wonder if this is the right one. It says Notre Dame schedule. That's what I got on here.
I got Miami on there. I don't have Florida State.
Well, let me try again here. Pull this one up. So you don't have them at Florida State?
Let me see your schedule again.
That doesn't have a date next to it, so I wonder if this was like before.
I wonder if they got rid of that game.
Yeah, well, teams have been doing that.
I don't see Florida State on the Google on the Google schedule either. I mean, I see Miami. If we go through this like we go through an Alabama schedule, Wisconsin, Rice, Michigan State, Notre Dame, I mean, Purdue, UNC, Stanford, BYU.
Yeah.
I mean, I put BYU as a tough game, but a win. Miami is the only one where I'm like, that one's up for grabs, and I don't know how good I feel about it. So basically, I feel like 11-1 and possible 12-0, 11-1 likely, 10-2 at the worst, if that's Alabama's schedule.
Right.
I mean, Notre Dame's likely to slip up and lose to North Carolina at North Carolina. Probably lose to BYU and Miami. Be 9-3, and they'll still be talking about being in the playoff.
Oh yeah. Well, they were really good last year, and I think that I would have loved to have seen them and Indiana match up again. Just because they crushed Indiana in the playoff a couple years ago, and that being kind of little brother to Indiana, to Notre Dame. I mean, in Indiana, nobody even really likes Indiana football. They're all Notre Dame fans. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be great to have seen that. All right, here's what AI has. So yeah, I guess I was wrong. All right, let me go through it again. The Shamrock Series, which is Lambeau Field, talked about that. Wisconsin, they got Rice and Michigan State, at Purdue, at North Carolina, Stanford at home, at BYU. That could be a pretty fun game. Versus Navy, Miami and Notre Dame, which was a great game last year, Boston College, SMU, and Syracuse. So, like, look, how many difficult games are on here? I mean, I'm going to be a lot more giving than you, right? I say, okay, the Wisconsin game, maybe Michigan State. At BYU, I think is going to be an interesting game, be a tough one. Miami will be a tough game, and that's it. Like, and when I say tough, they should win all these games. Just because the Miami game's at home, they'll be favored in every game. We don't have, like, you compare that to our schedule. This one's just a lot easier.
Well, and you look at the schedule too. I mean, you look at some of these schools that just don't have the talent that our mid-tier games have a lot more talent than these mid-tier games. Purdue, Rice, Michigan State. I love Navy. I mean, I always pull for every academy, but the talent there is not what it is in the SEC at your lower tier schools. Now, those guys know how to play, and they play together, and they have damn good teams, but they don't have the talent that these SEC schools have. And again, I've said that on this show for years. It's, you play those mid-tier schools in the SEC, mid-tier in the SEC. I mean, you're still doing something by playing in the SEC. You got a lot of talent. I mean, you can play with a lot of guys, and you get those teams that are on one weekend, and you play down to your competition, then you're in trouble. Because if they put it together over one weekend, I mean, they can beat a lot of teams throughout the country in the top 10. Some of these teams, I mean, they're just going to get bulldozed up front, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Right. Like all those ACC teams.
Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you guys this. We are really appreciative of our guys at Patriot. Patriot Roofing, 205-919-4494. The gang over there is going to hook you up when you call. They'll answer your call, which is a big deal when you're trying to get work done. They're unlimited home builders, and they got licensed to do total home renovations. That's roofing, siding, gutters, windows, and they do it all. Free inspections. You can call Will and Justin. They're going to answer the phone. 205-919-4494. I know a lot of you guys watch, but some of you guys listen as well on the podcast. And there's storms that come through. I mean, hey, we had what rained down where I live, and this is Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, and the surrounding areas. But where we live, Jake, it rained for pretty bad storms for 2 weeks. And, your roof's got to be in good shape or some bad stuff's going to happen to your house, so take advantage of those free inspections. Now, the other thing that happened when it rained like this, and I meant to ask you about this on here, were these, and I'd never seen these in person before, but did you know that there's something called flood mosquitoes? And we got them, and they were terrible, man. These things, they lay their eggs deep in the ground. And where I live, I got home 2 weeks ago, and I went to the mailbox, and dude, I had from the time in my car in the mailbox, where my house is, it's like a one-step process. I moved the trash can, touched the mailbox. I had 5 mosquitoes on me like that. By the time I got back in the car, I had 8 on me, and there were a swarm around me. And I'm telling you, go look at AL.com, man. It was unbelievable. The good thing is that they don't last that long, for 2 weeks. But for 2 weeks, it was just living hell. I mean, who likes mosquitoes? And these mosquitoes were big. They were the size of lightning bugs and really slow. One bit me through my sock, and I had a blood circle around my foot. I mean, these were some dudes.
You got that Baltimore skin, buddy. You hadn't been down here long enough.
You see, and the funny thing is that I asked you if they were at your house, and you didn't know, and that means they weren't there, because you would know. You would know these guys.
Another mosquito down here, buddy.
No, it was not either, man. One of my buddy's kids was out walking, and they were so bad, she had to get her dad to come pick her up. I'm telling you, you wouldn't let your dog outside. They were these were. It reminded me. One of my friends said it was biblical. It was so bad. I likened it to Jurassic Park. You know what I mean? Just like mosquitoes from way back in the day. These were giants, and they were mean. They bit you right through your clothes.
Like pterodactyls.
Yeah. Have you ever been when you go? Sometimes we go fishing, and you get into those swampy areas, and as soon as the boat gets over in there, they're just on you. You know what I'm talking about? And you just got to get out of there. That's what it was like, but it was just outside at your house. Man, and I thought, man, if this becomes an everyday thing, I'm moving.
Man, I got a buddy who's got a place up in Silas, Alabama, and it's right around the river. And you go this time of year to shoot pigs or something, and I mean the mosquitoes, horse flies all over you, all in your face. And if you're out there nonstop, one time we went up there to shoot pigs, and at the end of the day, I'm going to sleep, and I got my eyes closed. And you know how when you look at the sun and close your eyes, got that. Well, I had that, except it was like mosquitoes in my face. It was a nightmarish. You know,
fog of war. You had the fog of war still with you.
Yeah, I had to go drink a beer and take some melatonin to fall asleep.
The combo. You had to do the combo.
Hey, I can get that'll do it.
Yeah. Man, I'm telling you right now, I totally get that, man. But I would have never thought that mosquitoes could be this bad. And then I went to the store to get some of that deep off bug spray, and the guy at people at the store were laughing at me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
They were like this, oh, we ran out yesterday. He wants bug spray. What's that? Bug spray. That's when you know it's bad. I had to drove all the way to Foley to get some.
That's great.
Yeah. Not to talk about that. So,
I was talking to somebody yesterday about how I saw this stat actually this morning before we got on the show. I was talking to a guy and he was like, what I like about the NIL though is that now the lesser teams, anybody can be in the playoff and anybody can win. And I agree with that to a certain degree with schools that have the financial backing. I mean, Indiana, for example, Mark Cuban. But I saw a stat this morning, and it goes kind of Coach Saban's point when the transfer portal opened up. He was like, this is going to create a bigger gap between us because I'm going to take all your best players.
Right.
And you're going to take all the guys that aren't playing for me. And I saw a stat where for the group of 5, group of 6, whatever you want to call it, for the guys that made first or second team all conference in those conferences, less than 30% of those guys stayed on their team the next year.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
Less than 30%. I mean, just a hair under 30%. But it makes sense,
Yeah.
I know everybody seems to think with the transfer portal and NIL that the gap is going to close in, but especially now with revenue sharing on top of NIL, where schools that have that. You look at our program, look how much profit our football program is churning out. You're going to have the full capacity of that $20.5 million going towards your football program. The gap is only going to get bigger in these group of 5, group of 6 teams. It's a farm league. That is, I know we've been making slight jokes or comments about or having concern about Alabama potentially being in that spot where the Ohio States, Texases come and pick off our players. It happened last year. But the group of 5, group of 6, that is going to be just a double-A league at this point. And you look at that stat, it shows, it's clear as day.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. And before I do that, I want to think about this. Then I want to talk about our friend Keith.
And real quick, just one last point there. When the CFP looks at their guidelines for who gets an automatic bid, you really got to start thinking about taking that game out of there. Or that prerequisite that what is it, the highest ranked group of 6 team automatically gets in. I think they changed the rule where it's no longer winning a group of 6 conference championship, but now it's the highest ranked instead. You can't keep having these games where I don't know what the ratings were for the for instance, the Oregon James Madison game. I had it on in the background. I hardly watched it, but to your point, to have Oregon playing Texas or Notre Dame last year, I would have been glued to the TV watching that game. And
right.
And the difference in programs is going to be so big, and you keep having these blowouts in that first round. Although I'm completely and totally against this Notre Dame one-off rule. I think it's complete and total bullshit. I would have much rather seen Notre Dame or Texas play against Oregon last year.
Right. I think we all would. So I want to ask you about recruiting. You just mentioned about all those guys that weren't with their program anymore. And Alabama has made a shift from trying to go out and have the best high school recruiting class to their middle of the pack right now in the SEC, and really lower middle of the pack. Not even middle. They're not investing in, at least this year, or at least so far, a bunch of these high school recruits. So I want you to tell me, I'm going to throw it up here in a second. if you think that's a good strategy or not. And maybe one of the reasons they have that strategy is because of the fact that people are, the guys aren't really sticking around and they're going to go and poach from other schools. But first, let me say this. It's the time of year to go to Residence Inn by Marriott Ocean City. Our friend Keith down there keeps a great hotel, back-to-back coastal style hotel of the year. You guys can hit that QR code right there and throw a vote up for him for this year. The place is gorgeous. I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. You're talking about awesome sunsets, the boardwalk down there, the best seafood. The beaches are awesome. You get on a boat and you go out there. It's fantastic. I love crabs. I think a lot of you guys love seafood too. The crab cakes and steamed crabs and places like Secrets Bar, which is just an awesome beach bar right there by the place. The White Marlin fishing tournament, which is coming up. All that stuff. Residence Inn by Marriott Ocean City. So check it out. All right. So this is something we've kind of talked about before, right? Oh, that's not it though. It's actually right here. I'm still not sure how to think about this, right? Because this is the SEC recruiting. Bama's number 14. So that means Vanderbilt's recruiting better than us. Missouri, Kentucky. Sometimes you go smaller class, but more quality, right? The average star ranking for Alabama on Rivals is, let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 out of 16. So do you think that this gamble's worth it? I mean, is this worth giving up an entire year of high school recruiting for the most part, or at least half a class? And there's a lot. It's not just that they don't have numbers. It's that there's a lot of 3-star guys. And I'm not saying that 3-star guys can't be great players, but I know their hope is that these guys stick around, right, and don't leave. Just I don't know. I mean, it's just such a different philosophy than what won in the past, right? It used to be go out, have top recruiting classes. And now it feels like let's go out and get filled some needs. Got a couple top end guys, quarterback position, and wide receiver, and then we'll go and we'll pluck other rosters, and we'll have money to do that. That's kind of what it feels like to me.
Well, I mean, a couple points here. I think we've got. I mean, this year we rated to my point about taking guys from the group of 6 space or FCS. And I've talked about this in the past. When we were at Alabama, when I was at Alabama and we played, the smaller schools, Middle Tennessee's, Coastal Carolinas, and there are some really great players on those teams. The problem with those teams is that you don't have that uniform talent across the board like Alabama does or Texas, the big Ohio States. I mean, you've got a select few group of guys who could play in the SEC, but again, all 22 guys. I mean, it just if you got 2 great players and 9 guys that don't belong on that field, I mean, you're going to get blown out. So, I mean, there's definitely people look at I don't know, Khalifa Keith, Lorcan Quinn, Racing Delgado. You look where they come from, Carmelo O'Neal. I mean, a lot of people just see the school they're coming from and kind of just roll their eyes. But there are some great players from those teams. Again, the uniformity is not there, but I mean, we'd play those teams, and there are a couple guys you'd see every time on tape. You're like, man, that guy can play. I personally would have a hard time getting in bidding wars for high school kids. I don't think that's – first off, I mean, I think a kid – if I was telling my son where to go, I would tell him this is not a bidding war. You figure out the best place for you and what's going to make you happy. And the money – I mean, the money definitely plays a factor, but it's not the end-all, be-all of where you go. Mm-hmm. Now, having said that, I think a lot of that is going on across the board and for high school kids right now. I think that that's the driving factor for most of the decisions. And again, from stories I've heard, these agents, these representatives, I mean, whoever it may be, I hear it is a cluster dealing with these people, and just some wild stories. Can't get a read on guys, and don't really know what makes them tick. I think the communication with some of these guys is kind of off because of who's representing them, and so I think it creates a lot of cloudiness and distrust. Whereas I think you go really scout these smaller schools, guys who have grinded it out of the spotlight. They want to make it. They got a lot of hunger. To me, it's like recruiting guys that are from Alabama that want to play at Alabama because they love the school. I think you find these guys who can play at higher levels in the FCS and the Group of Six, who've been hungry, who played just because they love the game, because they're not playing and these big stadiums on TV. I mean, they're playing because they love it.
Right.
And you find those guys who are going to put the time in, and really when you watch tape on these college guys, I think you figure out, okay, these guys have learned a new system. They got great fundamentals. They understand what they're looking at. They can adjust quickly from a middle aspect. You have a product that's more proven to me than a 5-star guy in high school, because you watch a guy in high school, man, athleticism can take over. You don't have to know shit. If you're a extremely good athlete, you're going to win in high school. You're gonna make plays. You're going to dominate. It just is what it is. I think you get a look at some of these Group of Six guys and FCS guys. Competition's better. You get a more realistic look at them, and you're not in the bidding war that you are with some of these high-profile college guys. I mean, that's, to me, it's all positives. Now, I was a 3-star coming out. I'm probably a little bit biased towards a lot of these guys because I just love the grit that they have. I'm not naive. I think it's a little alarming to not have 5-star guys in there, or at least the 5-star guys, 4-star guys that we're used to seeing from Alabama over the last few years, or I guess over the last 17 years. It's something that's alarming to see, but at the same time, I've been saying it the whole time that we don't have the money that these other the schools in our realm of success in college. I mean, you're talking 5-6 schools, maybe. We don't have the money those guys have. And so I knew this was going to be an issue years back. Now, again, being able to revenue share is going to be a game changer for us because of the amount of revenue we bring in. But at the same time, you got to stack that with NIL funds. And so, we're still going to be a little bit behind, but I think the baseline contracts or pay that we're going to be able to provide is going to be a lot healthier, and it's going to allow us to hang on to guys a little bit better than we have over the last couple of years.
Yeah, no doubt.
And to be honest with you, in my opinion, I love the fact that Kalen DeBoer's been able to bring in these quarterbacks. Quarterback is obviously one of the most key positions on the field, but quarterback play to me, in most cases, is, you've got a few quarterbacks that have carried their teams. Don't get me wrong. Cam Newton at Auburn in 2011, that was the craziest show of talent that I think I've ever seen at the quarterback position, where you literally carry a team to win a national championship. He did that, and he had Michael Dyer, and they had a few key guys on defense, but without Cam Newton, that team is nowhere close to me, in my opinion, a national championship team. Cam Newton was just unreal. But for the most part, to me, quarterback play is basically telling you how good your team is, because I mean, you got to have guys around you. You got to have protection. Ty Simpson, I mean, if he's playing on one of the teams during the Saban era, or that team wins the national championship. He's so dialed in, gets the ball, distributes the ball so well. He's on time. I mean, you got to have guys around you to win big games and make it to playoff and make that playoff run. You know, it's far more to me. There's just, you can count on. I mean, there may be one or two guys a year that truly carry their team, and most of the time they can't carry them enough to get them to a national championship. You got to have a great team around you, and I mean, honestly, I think paying guys up front on the offensive line, on the defensive line is probably more important than anything else. You got to have that base. I mean, that's like I say all the time. If you can run the ball and be dominant running the ball, then you're going to win a lot of games and be consistent. And you got to have those guys up front. And it's almost, to me, it's the most important key aspect of winning games.
Right.
You got to have them.
Yep.
And
got to be big up front, man. Got to be able to.
You got to be big up front. You got to have guys that are just ruthless. I mean, just ruthless, horrible, violent mentality up there on both sides of the ball. I mean,
there you go.
And that's the way Alabama teams have been built under Coach Saban. That's the way I want to see it moving forward. And again, like I say, I love Kalen DeBoer has, to me, the most talented. He has done better. Him and Ryan Grubb have done better recruiting quarterbacks than anybody in the country.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think that
it's exciting.
I don't think we'll ever have a weakness at quarterback. You know, I also think our quarterbacks need to understand the guys up front need to get paid too.
Yeah, I'll know that once the game starts.
Hey, yeah, you go as far as they take you. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Well, man, I wanted to throw this up for a second just because I'm really excited about going to the 76th annual Choctaw Indian Fair, and that's in Philadelphia, Mississippi, July 14th to the 18th. We were talking with Chief Ben. You know this, Chief Cyrus Ben. He's a great dude. We interviewed him a couple of weeks ago and had him on the show. He was talking about the stickball game, the granddaddy of all stickball games. So cool. I'm going. You guys may want to check it out, but I kind of pulled that up. There's Chief, and early happy birthday to Chief, by the way. But I just thought it was cool. Like I can't wait to go and buy some of the some of the art that they have there. Some of the stuff that they make. I love it. Like the different baskets and jewelry and stuff like that. They have all of that there, the stickball game, and other stuff. So check it out. I think there's going to be some concerts that are part of that. We appreciate them. We love being a part of the team. We promote Pearl River. You guys, you go there, you get everything you want. Like talking about 2 full casinos, Silver Star and Golden Moon. It's close to Tuscaloosa and Birmingham. It's an easy drive. You get there. They got the sports book, the timeout lounge, all the TVs in there, full-size bar, like, the whole deal. Watch the game, bet, have a good time, get a drink or whatever. Circle Bar, which is in Golden Moon. Then you go across the skywalk, so you don't have to walk across the street. You just walk over it. And then Silver Star's the older casino, and I love that place, man. It's got a great ambiance in there, awesome slots, bands, concerts, and unfortunately, Clay Walker got sick. I mean, I'm sorry, not Clay Walker, but Clint Black got sick. He was supposed to perform today, and he had to cancel. I guess he canceled this one and some other ones too. Was in the hospital for something. So, yeah. But they have other great acts too, and you can take the whole family because they got the Geyser Falls Water Park, which has got a lazy river and a bunch of slides and stuff. And they got You Love Golf. They have golf.
Poor people going to the Clint Black concert this weekend had to cancel their plans. I guess it'd just be killing time.
I knew you'd get that. I hope he's okay, man. I really do.
Yeah, me too. On
the 4th, you got the Chi Whiz Fluffy's going to be there on August 15th. And then J1 and West Love on September 5th. They got some more really good ones coming up too that they'll announce here soon. But that's what's out there right now. And you can get tickets there. But that's at Silver Star. It's fun. Everything you need right there at Pearl River Resort. Any final thoughts before I play your commercial?
Let's see. Injury reporting. We didn't bring that one up.
Yeah, injury. That's something to get into next time. On a future episode. Is
there a boat waiting somewhere?
Gotta go. Hey, we'll get that next time, guys. Coming up on the next episode of Last Call, we're going to talk all about injury reporting with a guy that might have been on that injury report back in the day. All right, for Jake Coker, I'm Mick Gillispie. Thanks, everybody, and roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
So, Jake, let's break down some game tape.
Hold on, fellas. Steve.
Hey, Jake. You ready to rock?
Let's roll, brother.
Guess we're calling plays at Pearl River Resort. Wow, Jake's first throw scores. And Steve's got the crowd pumped. Man, they're absolutely rolling.
'Cause I don't have to be me till Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I ain't gonna face reality.
I tell you, Jake's still got game. While Steve keeps rocking aces. Boom, Jake seals it with a pick.
Come call your own plays
At Pearl River Resort. Let's roll.